Recession?
Recession.
A recession.
Nearly 12 major economies are staring at a recession.
100% probability of a recession.
Over the new recession forecast, chances hitting 100%.
When you read the news, it feels like the global recession is already here. And this is the big one. But is it just the news that always exaggerate things, like YouTubers do? Or it's for real? I decided to ask people in Singapore how they prepare themselves for the recession, if they're afraid to lose their jobs, and what they would do if they did. I was really surprised by the answers.
My name is Ram Prasad. I work as a sales engineer.
Are you afraid of financial crisis?
No, I don't follow news.
Do you think your job is secured?
In a way, yeah. I am happy with what I have.
Do you feel like people around you, like your colleagues, afraid, or it's okay?
So far, so good. Probably because we are in Singapore and we have that cushion and we are not directly impacted by whatever is happening.
Do you know about this global financial crisis?
Of course, yeah. Lots of inflation going around.
People concerned about it or not really?
50-50.
What's your names and what do you do for a living?
Raj, I run a business back home. I am from India.
What kind of business?
Consultancy for foreign universities.
Do you guys concerned about this financial crisis?
We are not really concerned about financial crisis.
You think it affects your business?
At the moment, so far nothing. But in future, maybe.
I'm Tuấn and I come from Vietnam and now I'm student here.
Do you know about this global financial crisis? It concerns you or not?
I don't care about the bad economy.
Really? How come people in Singapore don't care much about the recession and losing their jobs? Maybe Singapore is a safe haven and the crisis will pass it by? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? Okay, maybe it's just because it's a sensitive topic and that's why people are not really open to talk, or I just look scary. Anyway, I decided to finish there and ask my friends the same questions.
Our rent in Singapore has increased by more than 50%.
I am worried about it.
My plan for it, just to hold on, don't do anything.
But before that, let me tell you how the recession has affected me personally. I guess you want to know it, right? Right? My investment portfolio is down by like 40%. 40%. If you want to help me, just send me money. It's okay lah, no need. Just hit the subscribe button, that would be enough. But frankly speaking, I don't really care about my current losses as it's mainly index funds that I'm holding long term and I keep buying in the same proportion as last year. That's what they call a DCA, dollar cost average. Because for the US market, if you take any 20 years period of time within the last 100 years, you'll see its growth despite any massive recession in the past. But let me talk to my friends and see if they share my thoughts. Hey buddy, what's your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is James. I am a finance controller for a technology company.
Do you feel like the global recession is coming?
I think the world is definitely going through a recession. For us, we live in Singapore. So interestingly, Southeast Asia is a little bit like a bubble in itself. It's a part of the world where it's actually growing, at least in many of the businesses that I track in the region.
Do you do any like preparation career-wise or like your personal finance-wise?
Career-wise, the only thing anybody can really do is continue to do really good at their job. Financially, we are being a bit more conscious because the truth is our rent in Singapore has increased by more than 50%. Same with electricity bills. We are reducing spending. We are thinking of, not traveling over Christmas, which we usually do.
If in unlikely case of losing your job, would you ever consider to start your own thing, your own project or business? What could it be?
Maybe selling something online. Start an online business because that's one of the most scalable kind of business in the world.
I'm Dave. I'm from the UK, but I'm currently residing in Singapore.
What do you do for a living, Dave?
I'm a technical project manager.
Global recession, economic crisis. What do you feel about it?
I don't really feel I'm too worried about it. My plan for it really in terms of any investments I have is just to hold on, don't do anything, don't panic. I guess there's always the advice there.
Are you afraid of losing your job?
The job I'm in at the moment, I would say, is quite resilient to downturns. In fact, it sometimes benefits because often what will happen during downturns is companies will lay off a load of people, but then they'll also invest some money in innovation.
If you lose your job, would you consider starting your own thing, like your own project or business?
I guess my first thing that I would do is just try to go for similar jobs and because that's just it's the easiest, the quickest.
My name is Arvind. I work for this company called Grab, which is a transport, food delivery player, logistics player, payments player in Singapore.
Arvind is from India originally, but he's been living in Singapore for ages and he's permanent resident here. Do you feel like, this global financial recession, global financial crisis is coming?
I think it's already here, and this is talking from several angles of friends, from a family angle, from a workers.
Are you worried about it?
I am worried about it. I don't, at least not yet, looking at it as an opportunity.
Do you do anything like to prepare, like financial wise or career wise?
Career wise, would I make an aggressive move, inspired yet aggressive move over the next 12 months? Unlikely, because I'd like to stick on to things that I know.
If you lose your job, would you be open to open your own business or to start your own project?
I would say yes. I have two options. One is look for another job or start my own thing. I would lean towards starting my own thing because if not now, then never.
My name is Darren. I'm from Singapore.
Do you feel like this global recession is here already or is coming?
I think Singapore government so far has done quite a decent job to shelter us from the full impact of the recession. So far for day-to-day living, I don't really feel the effects of a full-on recession yet.
What do you do for a living?
I'm doing some engineering in the Ministry of Defense.
Do you think you're more stable because you work for government?
Yeah, definitely. I think that working in the government provides a strong sense of security.
Would you ever consider to start your own thing?
Yes. I would try to start one, probably not now, maybe the next 5 to 10 years.
If you start something what could it be?
Probably do something with software or maybe an online business.
Interestingly, people are keen to start their own thing. As for myself, I left a corporate career in 2014 to help companies and individuals grow their sales through social media marketing. I had a lot of ups and downs along the way, but now during the recession, I see a huge potential for my business. But let's talk in a year. Maybe I'll be broke living under the bridge.